Hi everyone, thanks for checking out the podcast, Buzz About Golf. Steve Buzza here.
Megan Buzza, partner in crime, here from the bag room.
Here from the bag room. And today, and this shouldn't be the longest of podcasts, because it's a review of the new Happy Gilmore 2 movie. We'll start, let's make sure, if you haven't seen it, we're not going to give out everything. No spoilers, or we certainly won't. The first half will set the scene, make you want to watch the film, and then hopefully you'll go watch the film before we give any spoilers.
Definitely go watch the film.
So let's get straight back into it. So one of the reasons, and it came out on the Friday, we watched it on the Saturday. One of the reasons I wanted to watch it was I knew with the cameos that were likely to be in there, you'll start getting tons and tons of clips online. Plus, you'll get tons and tons of opinion on it, and I kind of wanted to see it prior to seeing too much. Mm-hmm. So, we saw it Saturday.
Yeah.
You've kind of said...
I was surprised. Friday morning, I turned on the TV. I'm like, oh, it's on right now. We could have watched it like first thing Friday morning. We obviously had plans, but it was, they released it really early.
So Netflix tends to do, so now we're doing a podcast on how Netflix releases their stuff. So it's effectively if it goes to Netflix, is it, you know, like the phrase straight to DVD?
Yeah.
Which meant like a lot of sequels would be straight to DVD, i.e. they're not very good.
Well, that's not... Now that's a different story.
Netflix isn't necessarily that, is it?
They're making a lot of money off of it.
Yeah, and so I'm not sure. Can you read into that? Some Netflix movies do go into the cinema, I think, but you could argue like it needs to be like an action or something that you would gain from the ambience. You know, so it doesn't fit into a golf movie. So. We're not going to hold it. We're not going to call it a straight to DVD. But go on.
All right, did you like it or not?
So I liked it a lot. The cameos, and it's a complete cameo, and it's there's so many cutbacks to the first one. It's very nostalgia. You could tell so many people just wanted to be a part of it. So. If nothing else, it shows like how important Happy Gilmore the movie was just as a cultural thing, especially I think for golfers. Like you could tell so many of the tour pros would have enjoyed Happy Gilmore when they were younger, so the opportunity to be in it was enough that it didn't need to be, oh, but it's going to be good for my brand, it's going to be good for the tour, it's going to be good for golf. It didn't take
a lot of talking there.
Yeah, I just feel like it's
there's so many cameos.
Yes.
I liked it.
You liked it a lot.
I really liked it. I was sitting there most of the time like, how come people don't like this? Why are they saying such bad things? I have so much appreciation for the first one, though. So I love that, the tie-ins from like little things that if you didn't see the first one, you wouldn't have caught.
Yeah. Yeah, and they do round back very well. I actually think the storyline for the first half of the film is actually pretty good, and then it kind of runs out of steam and gets silly. It was interesting because
it's just like the first one gets silly at the end.
No, but yeah. I'm not suggesting the first one is the most, it's not a documentary, let's say, but I felt like the criticism that we had already heard from it, the first half of the film, you're like, why? This is just like, it's ticking every box.
A lot of nostalgia,
The second half of the film just gets beyond stupid, but at the same note, I kind of work on like the theory of never be average. So if you're going to be really great, be great. If you're not going to be great, be really bad. You know, don't sit in the middle. So I think it could have just like petered out into a nice happy ending, and instead they went just for the ridiculous. With the Tour Pro cameos, that meant they could be a little ridiculous. I felt like the film was very much more about the individual clips than it was necessarily as a whole. But the individual clips, especially the Tour Pros, were more than happy to take the fun out of themselves. Yeah. It was very
Who was your
topical.
favorite Tour player that they highlighted? Like clip-wise.
Well, I like the way some were really integral to the story. So, and again, I don't want to say it, because if people haven't watched it, if you have watched it, you can get it in the comments down below. But I will name two. So Colin Morikawa and I believe it's Ricky Fowler. They kind of get tackled in it. And I'm saying that bit, it doesn't really add much to the story, but it shows you how much they were just willing to be a part of the film. You know, oh no, well, let's do whatever, and just went fully in. Yeah. There were a couple others. Scotty and Will Zalatoris were my favorite too. Very topical. One very much related to the first film, one related to current affairs. So I thought those were awesome. But all the Tour Pros, some of their acting a little lacking, but all of the Tour Pros, you could tell they were happy to be a part of it. And, you know, you can tell they went, oh, we want you to do this. You go, oh, actually, I don't want to do that. You know, you could tell whatever they've been asked to do, they've just gone in it all. So that was real great. We're going to go on a side topic. So I tell you why I don't like Happy Gilmore.
Okay, let's go for it.
The thing that drives me nuts with Happy Gilmore.
Oh, no.
The thing that makes it very hard for me to watch Happy Gilmore.
Here we go.
The damn scoring.
Yep. I knew that was going to be.
The scoring drives me nuts. And in this film, I did notice the scoring was still a little off, but I haven't watched it many times. So it didn't annoy me in Happy Gilmore 2, but if I keep watching it, it will very much annoy me. Happy Gilmore hits it far, doesn't know how to get it in the hole. His short game is lacking. He then learns, doesn't he? Goes to his happy place. Now he's a fully round player.
Yeah.
And then you watch, and he's like, through 3 rounds, having driven all of the greens with a hot putter, he's like 3 under. Then he's like 4 under. And then, and would never accuse Happy Gilmore of being a cheat, but in Happy Gilmore 1, he tries to go to his happy place. And he doesn't. Shooter's in there.
Yeah.
You know? He then he goes, hit, swat, swing, 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 swing. I think he claims they're practice swings.
Yeah.
He drops 1 shot, which he was going to drop because he'd already hit it out of play.
Yeah.
So, Happy Gilmore, you beloved national treasure, you're a cheat.
You're a cheat. You learned how to count.
He didn't count them. And then,
oh my gosh.
And I know films, you've got to edit stuff out, but Shooter tops it in the water on the par 4. Only drops 1 shot. So he has shown a lot of composure. I know he's not, I know he's the villain of the piece, but he shows a lot of composure, tees one up. He's made birdie with his second ball. Don't even show it.
Yeah. You really have an issue with that.
I'm just saying.
This is but that second movie still didn't add up for you, huh? On the scoring.
You just look at the scorings. You just look at the, you know. I'm just saying.
Oh my gosh, I do think
he's driving it. If you're driving par 4s,
yeah.
Think about it. In a 4-round tournament, if you shoot 65. A good score.
Well, like some of them, he even like made all the ones on and stuff, you know.
So
that's an easy score right there.
He should be 30 under.
Yeah.
And then the story actually becomes with how impressive it was that Shooter actually stayed so close, and they had to have a duel down 18.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I missed the point. or maybe I've watched it a few too many times.
Too many times. No, it's good. So that actually opens up to my point that I want to make is I think this Happy Gilmore is at least a 2-time watch movie, because the first time you're just watching through, just kind of getting, the whole experience of the movie. The second time you have to go through and actually really pay attention to the cameos and
there were some
a little bit more appreciation for who's who, because so his wife is the dance teacher in it.
Yes.
And I was like, she looks really familiar. Who is that? So I think a lot of it too, the first time you watch, you see faces,
Adam
and you're not used to them being where they are. So
Adam Sandler, and by all accounts, apart from creating a character that might not play by the rules of golf, cheated. He always puts his family in and his friends in, which is like really cool. And then with the cameos, there were so many, and you could.
Oh my gosh! And there were so many people. I sent you a reel the other day. There were 76 celebrities.
There were 76 cameos, but they did mention every character in the film.
Yeah.
The tour pros.
There are definitely ones that I didn't know were in there.
The tour pros weren't a surprise. But it was cool how many there were, and it was.
And in different roles, not necessarily like Nelly wasn't a golfer in it.
Yeah, so you had Nelly. So you had tour pros, both PGA Tour, Live.
Yep.
You had LPGA, notably Nelly and Charlie Hull. You then had a lot of the OGs. So they go to like the gold jacket, the champions dinner, and there were lots, Faldo and that. So it was cool. It was cool how they were. How Eminem must just love the film. I assume. I don't know why. I get some comments down below. Why?
Bunny.
Bad Bunny. So you had a few, and like Bad Bunny had a integral part. Eminem was very much a cameo.
Yeah.
Which was cool, and there was a plot twist at the beginning, which was very wasn't expecting that. Like, I actually thought the first half of the film it was a comedy and it had a bit of drama in it. It then got a little silly in the second half, but again, it's not designed to be a drama.
So do you think...
Maybe I'm just watching. Maybe I don't like comedy. Thinking about it now I'm
without
listening.
giving away the plot line. Do you think that part of the movie was supposed to be playing off of like current, like with the tours and stuff?
It had a.
Like, do you think that was written in there?
It had a
like
PGA Tour Live argument, but then it was interesting because there were a lot of Live players involved. I thought it was quite funny. Bubba Watson has a small cameo, but he's wearing a Live T-shirt or polo. But I think, to answer your question, I think that's why they went so ridiculous. So they kind of pair up against the tours. You should have watched it by now. You've had 10 minutes. They're kind of going up against the tours, so they made the other tour just stupidly ridiculous. Becky Lynch was in it, my WWE fans. So Becky Lynch was in it. But yeah, no,
that was really cool that she was in it.
I enjoy that. It had like a dodgeball feel to it, and it almost wasn't just. And I know dodgeball isn't an Adam Sandler, but it had that good guys versus bad guys vibe, which in a comedy can only become ridiculous. And then you had, it had nostalgia from all of those generation, when Happy Gilmore came out, it didn't feel like it was just that. I've heard people saying, look, there now should be a Billy Madison too. There should be,
all of his big hits.
You could have all, yeah. So and he has this big Netflix deal, so it would be interesting if that happened. And we'll finish here. It certainly didn't do any negative influence on the first film, and even if you said, look, I actually didn't enjoy it, I think it would make you go and want to watch the first film, as we've just described. And I get very angry about the scoring, but it didn't hurt the legacy of Happy Gilmore, the character. And to be honest, I just think it added. Is the plot fantastic? No, but again, it's never gonna be. But those individual, there's so many moments in it. You know, it could almost be like a sketch show. And if you just had that and it went boom, 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 you would spend an hour just laughing at each individual thing. It's blended nicely. It's I don't know. I don't think there's enough in there to actually get angry about. Yeah. You know, to the point, you know, when I've heard some people say, "Oh, it's terrible." I've heard that from a few people. I don't think there's enough in there to make you feel that way.
Yeah. Do you think, I mean, and comment below if you know, what you did think of it, but is it like non-golfers, do you think? Is it people that didn't see the show, or is it golfers that saw the first movie and just still think it's terrible?
I don't know. The other thing is I've found with the internet is some people are just a little bit sad. Some rant about scoring in a comedy. You know, and you're never going to get through to that person.
So I do have a question for you. How good are you at Happy Gilmore swings? And how confident are you in your execution? And how well do you think you would putt with that putter?
I can do a Happy Gilmore swing. I don't think it goes any further. You had Podrick Harrington do it, didn't you? And he could actually...
He actually hit it further?
Yeah. Wow. So you could potentially...
I never thought about hitting it further, honestly, because I'm just trying to make contact.
Well, you should, because you've got more lateral shift, but you're going to probably worry more about contact. So when I watch most people do a Happy Gilmore, they slow down on their last step to set their feet. So you can almost say you're putting a braking force in there, and you have to go through and then put... But now, I'm trying to finish this, and now we're talking the biomechanics of a Happy Gilmore swing. The putter is... I don't know if it's legal or not. So I know they brought out a special edition one. I don't know if it's legal or not. Assume it is. But I would...
You're standing on the side.
I would probably not putt very well with a hockey stick. No.
Okay. Well, we will see. We'll have to test that one out.
So yeah, so for people, if you have seen it, go on, get your comments down below. What did you think? If you haven't seen it, is it just you haven't got around to it? Is it that you're actually deliberately not? Or do you just not have Netflix? And as always,
stay happy, stay safe, and we hope to catch you soon.